Hi, I'm Feroz Khan, and welcome to Drag and Drop Low Code Unplugged, the podcast where we explore the game-changing impact of low code in software development. Join me in insightful conversations with IT leaders and passionate low code enthusiasts who are at the forefront of this digital evolution. Together, we'll explore how early adoption of low code is giving businesses a competitive edge on a global scale. We'll discuss its impact on software development, dissect its role in transforming businesses, and uncover the ways in which it's reshaping career trajectories. So whether you're a seasoned IT professional or a curious enthusiast, be sure to tune in as we share success stories and unravel the mysteries of low code. Subscribe now and stay tuned for a front row seat to the revolution that's shaping the future of technology. So let's go. Hi Bart, how are you?
I'm good. Feroz, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for agreeing to be a guest.
Likewise, I've been a fan, so eventually I could be present on your podcast. So yeah, thanks for inviting me.
No problem. I've seen you now, like some of your stuff on LinkedIn, and when I saw you're a new MVP, so I thought it's a good time to get you on and have a chat. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, MVP was great. Was something great that I've been really working for quite a long time. So yeah, thanks for noticing.
Yeah, congratulations. And
Thanks.
it'd be good to start with, for those who may not know who you are, where you're from, a bit of background about yourself.
All right. So my name is Bartosz Hetmanski. English-speaking friends call me Bart. I've been with IT since I was a kid. So my father used to work. He's still working as a developer, and I've had a computer at home ever since. So in the 80s, I've already had a computer. I used to play games, and then I thought that well, it's a nice profession to be in IT. So I've just starting more and more involved. I started with Turbo Pascal, then moved to C Sharp during my studies. I went to Technical University of Wrocław, where I studied IT, and then I started my professional IT career. Still with IT, I mean development, but also doing a lot of sales support in terms of IT. And I think it was like 2008 when I started using low code. So it was when the really fun began actually.
Yeah.
So
And what
so
what
I've
was the
been,
first kind of low code platform you came across?
it was Salesforce actually. And we had this implemented. So I was using this as an end customer, but I was admin and developer in my own company, not my own company, but in the company. And I used to fine tune the Salesforce instance to our organization. So this was the first platform that I worked with. Then I moved to a bit of production support systems, manufacturing more, and in high code, so mainly Java, but then eventually moved to another low code. I would consider a local platform for supporting banking and more specifically trade surveillance and anti-money laundering systems. And then in 2017, I was encouraged to start with another platform, and that was Mendix. And since late 2017, I'm with Mendix.
Yeah.
So
And and
I
and
oh, yes.
and who encouraged you to look at Mendix?
Yeah, so we now need to go into more personal details. So I was working in Switzerland for almost 3 years, and by the time by the time I was returning to Poland, um, I had to find a job that I can just jump on and start earning money. And it was actually my former boss who was in the company told me that hey, there is a nice platform. It's called Mendix, and they're looking for engineers to just jump on and start doing things. I know you've been working with local platforms for a number of years. Why don't you start looking into this? Tell me if you're interested. If the platform is interesting for you and you want to continue. So I started with the tutorials, with the videos, trainings, and I thought, yeah, well, why not give it a try? And then this is how it started, basically.
Yeah. And were you, I think obviously because you'd already worked with low code, you were probably a lot more, less skeptical of kind of trying low code. What was your kind of, when you started learning the early stages, what was your impression of the platform?
Well, you're right. I've had some experience with low code, but it did not step at the very beginning. I think it took me like a week to understand exactly that this is a slightly different platform to what I used to work with. But then when it snapped, I thought yes, this is something that I want to continue. So I had to do all the rapid trainings and then started working on. Back then there was no intermediate, so immediately there were advanced topics. And yeah, I just went through one by one. What helped a lot was the hands-on training. So I've started working on the projects. I was involved in a couple of POCs, and this is actually what helps and what helped me navigate through the Mendix platform.
And how did you find the experience of obviously, you'd already have quite a bit of experience and then you're learning a new platform. How long did it take you to kind of get to a senior level within that platform?
Okay. I think to become savvy of what needs to be done and to make things happen in the application, I think it was around 3 months.
Hmm.
Then each and every month it was really speeding up. So I
Hmm.
think after a year, I became fluent enough and proficient with the platform that I could create projects from scratch. I was the tech lead for projects after a year, I believe, or so. So I think it was not that long. If you
Hmm.
compare it to high code, where you need to really learn years and you need years of experience to get a handle of all the code and all the best practice that are changed, all the libraries that are being developed and released every day. This is just it was like day and night almost.
Yeah, yeah. And now you've been working with Mendix for a while, can you tell me, one or two features that, kind of, that you're really impressed with within the platform that either were already there when you learnt it or have been released in the years you've been working with it?
So I was actually following what will be Mendix take on the AI and Gen AI, and I think I'm very impressed with what they've done so far. So they've been able to integrate some of the AI and machine learning features directly on the applications where you can directly within the runtime can execute your models. Then the third-party integrations where you just get to call other models and they deliver connectors that are out of the box available to you to use. So be it OpenAI or Amazon Bedrock embedded models. So it's all there for you, at developer's fingertips just to start working and using it with their applications. But not only that, but also AI assisted development. How AI can help you, support you, guide you with app development. So the recent developments or the recent release of Maya, the AI assistant,
Yeah.
I think it was quite a success. It offers now even full generation of a domain model. I don't know. I'm not sure if you have tried that feature, but this really takes a lot of burden from developers how to tackle on some of the data structure things that you need to start working with. So it's you just give it a prompt, and all of a sudden you get a fully working domain model data structure within our applications that you can or not can, but you just start working with. So that's quite a thing for Gen AI and low code, and I know they have more to come in their pipeline. So I'm just really looking forward to what they deliver, and they do deliver on their promise. So this this is really great.
Amazing, amazing. And obviously, yeah, AI is a big thing at the moment. In regards to kind of frustrations, is there anything that the platform doesn't offer? And obviously now, being an MVP, they listen to your feedback and things like that. But is there something currently that the platform doesn't offer you that's a frustration that you'd like to see in the future?
What was challenging in the past was the entire on-prem concept of managing applications and private cloud. So you had to do a lot of things manually on your infrastructure, basically. So prepare the web servers, the database, file storage. Now with Mendix, now it became much easier. They've optimized a lot of processes. Now it's really a matter of connecting to your private infrastructure and just being there in the Mendix platform. You can manage your private instances, your private web servers, your private clusters. So I think this really helps a lot with managing and with managing of applications, seeing how you can scale them. And this is really important with enterprise applications of low code. So I think this was a feature that previously, let's say in the past, it was more difficult to navigate in, but now they've made it easy. So the experience is all seamless. You can have your applications running in your private infrastructure or Mendix infrastructure, and it's really I don't want to say identical, but the experience is nearly seamless. So I think that's one of the features they did improve.
Amazing. And as you've been working on multiple projects over the years, is there one or two you can highlight that you've been quite proud to be a part of?
Yes, yeah, I have been working on multiple projects. The one that I think was quite challenging, and we really performed good job on delivering the solution, was in the public sector and specifically in the healthcare. So we were implementing a system. It was not a single application. It was a set of multiple applications working together for filling in the forms, monitoring child development. So it was for a public organization in the UK, and it consisted of a lot of modules for defining the forms itself, to filling in by the professional personnel, but also delivering mobile applications for the patients. So it's like a publicly available application that you can basically just install on your mobile phone and perform your child's evaluations in the application. So I think it was huge. It was a success and led to developing even more applications in the organization. One of them was I think it was smoking cessations application and other projects, but it was quite a success, I must say.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously, over the years, low code is growing, with, on both sides, the developer community and also the clients. How do you think, Mendix has kind of, transformed, customers' mindsets to kind of be open to using low code?
Mendix community is basically growing. You've got a lot of developers there, a lot of people, they want to share their experience. It is moderated by professionals and by senior developers that are also either expert certified developers or MVPs themselves. So they give you answers to any and all the questions that you might have. So the community is really thriving. We've got great management from Mendix, management support that really listens to what people are saying, what they want to say. You've got all the idea forums, exchange forums, where you can basically just paste an idea of what you think should be the next feature of Mendix, and then developers, they just vote, and you see those things being implemented from the Mendix side in the Mendix platform. So I think that's really nice. They have a very well-structured academy where not only junior developers can just learn from, and gaining their knowledge, but also experienced developers. I myself sometimes when I want to learn something new or just do a refresher, I tend to go to Mendix Academy and just run one of two courses and just make sure that I keep my knowledge up to speed. All the events that I'm also organizing, meetups, publishing videos, writing blogs, right? So this all helps, let's say, fostering collaboration among the developers community and building awareness also on the customer side. What low code is and how Mendix really sits in the or is well placed in the market.
And you touched on AI earlier, and AI seems to be the hot word, in every conversation, in every project, every kind of IT team is talking about it. I'm interested to hear kind of, obviously, Mendix are looking at all other low code platforms incorporating AI features. What's your personal view on, what the future looks like with low code and AI?
I think AI is here to stay, and we'll leverage this more, not less, I believe. It's like with any other innovation, right? Previously or years back, people were not using mobile phones, and now everybody's got one or even two mobile phones, on them, and they use it daily. I remember that even computers in the 80s or even in the 90s were not as powerful as any mobile phone that is currently on the market. So I think it's just something that we need to get accustomed with and start using this to our benefit. So if there are people or there are companies that haven't used AI before, I'm sure they will use that as everyday tool.
Yeah. And you're a recent MVP, so and obviously to become an MVP, there's certain criterias and things that to be acknowledged. Can you kind of share what were the things you've done that's helped you be recognized as an MVP?
So my contribution was writing articles. So I've been writing articles in the past already, a couple of them. One was on the IoT and Mendix, how this works together. I organized Mendix meetups. So since last year, since May 2023, we've been organizing meetups on a regular basis. So every quarter we do gather and we discuss things that are hot topics or new developments of Mendix, or sometimes how to start with Mendix platform for junior developers. We show use cases of customers. So we try to make it really broad, but deep at the same time, because we recently had a session of edge computing and how we can leverage Mendix and low code in the manufacturing space. So we've had entire meetup on that. So meetups, blogs, articles, and also videos. So I do publish videos from the meetups, which will make people, let's say, aware of what's happening, at least in the Polish space. So they have an option to recap what happened on the meetup. And I also moderate the Mendix forum on the official forum in Mendix. There is a Polish space where people exchange their ideas, issues in Polish, and we also do reply in Polish. So that's like a space where the dedicated basically for Polish speakers. And this was not there. Let's say even half a year earlier, that was not even there. So that's something that we created.
And obviously, you're in Poland and you started using Mendix 2017, and I'm assuming the Polish community wasn't very big, So how has that grown over the years?
Slowly but steadily. I was not the first Mendix developer in 2017. but I was one of the first that started developing using Mendix in Poland. So I think in a year we've grown by I think 8, maybe 7 developers in 2018. And then we just started adding, I think, 2 or 3 developers a year, only in the company that I worked for. So there were other companies that also invested in Mendix. But I think the bigger growth started happening, I think around 3 years ago in Poland. And it's I think we're now looking at more than 100 developers being present there in Poland. I think around 35, 40 developers, well, not only developers, but people that are interested in Mendix.
Yeah.
They show up on our meetups, and this number, continuously grow. So I think well, it's growing. It's not as big as in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
still, but I'm sure will take off even more, even better.
Yeah, yeah. And as someone who's kind of, who's worked in traditional development, and there's still today, so many skeptics of low code, what would be your message to, or maybe you've had a conversation with someone about this before, but what would be your message to someone who's still quite skeptical of low code?
I think not. I wouldn't force people to go into low code. I think it's rather a process. People when you start speaking to them first, they have a lot of nays. So they say, well, but you can't do that, you can't do this, you're not in control of the code, you're not in control of what's being generated finally as a final application. Well, yes, that's right, but you don't need to develop things from scratch yourself. You basically reuse the components that have been implemented for you. They've been tested multiple times, that they are being supported by not only community but also by the platform itself. So they are proven to be working, and there are a lot of customizations available to those components, to the application that you're developing, and it really will speed up your development. So I just tell people that are skeptical, well, okay, we will return to that conversation after a while. And usually after a year, they come back asking for more details, how they can sign up for Mendix, what they need to do to become certified. And I already have that information prepared for them. I see there is a URL. You just sign up, start taking trainings. There is a certification available. Even some of those are for free. So you just start doing that, and you'll see that even though you were skeptical about it last year, now you will see that you can really benefit from that.
Yeah.
So it's I think it's just about keeping your mind open for new things. And I'm not saying that low code is suitable for all the applications that are out there in the real world. No, they're not. I mean, Mendix is not. OutSystem is not. Power Apps are not. But there are, I think, majority of the use cases that you can really leverage low code and just deliver the value of your developments to the customer earlier than with with high code.
Yeah, yeah. And as a kind of final question, you've been working with Mendix for a while, it'd be good to kind of, what can we look forward to in the future? Is there any developments, any things you're working on that you can tell us about that we can look forward to?
Well, I'm really working on developing or growing the community in Poland. So this is already happening. I have some side projects that are also being formalized. I'm sure you'll hear more about Mendix in Poland. So just wait and see.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to speak to me, and look forward to future developments and watching the community grow in Poland and other things you've got going on. And hopefully one day I can attend one of your meetups in Poland if I get around there.
You're more than welcome. Thanks for inviting me. The next meetup is September, but if you can make it because it's such a short date, there is another one actually in August, so that's even sooner.
Yeah, too soon for me.
Yeah, so we have one in August, there is one in September, and there is one in December. So maybe December is the one that you attend.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, fingers crossed. Thanks,
Thanks.
Bart. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to today's episode, which is brought to you by ITRAC. We are a leading staffing firm that solely specializes in supplying both contract and permanent low-code professionals to organizations globally. Navigating the niche landscape of the low-code market requires the best talent, and we recognize its critical importance for our clients. Whether you're a company looking to strengthen your team, an individual seeking the next career move, or someone entirely new to the world of low-code, we're here for you. Our extensive experience and in-depth market knowledge enables us to quickly pinpoint the ideal candidates while offering expert advice and support at every stage of your low-code journey. Reach out to us through our website or connect with me directly on LinkedIn. I'd be happy to assist you. Thank you once again for joining us today. We'll be back next week with another insightful episode. Until then, take care.